Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So, those who don't really know me that well, I've been working as a software engineer myself for around 12 years now. I went to university in the UK and I met a bunch of people there which are now game developers, and they work in the industry, and I talk to them all the time. And I've been ever since this TV spot and the PS5 coming out and such, and them showing off the Dualsense, I've been talking with people within the industry to get a sense of what's going on. And one of my friends from uni works over at Naughty Dog, and I was speaking to him after this came out the other day, and he was telling me about how the controller works and how it feels to actually use it. It seems quite strange to actually get a sense of how it is from him. He kind of said it's like you kind of need to use it to feel how it is, but it's like when you first use VR for the first time, so to speak. So another thing that he mentioned was he has some friends himself over at Insomniac, and they've had a chance. Obviously they're playing on parts of Miles Morales, and they've upgraded parts of the older Spider-Man game, and apparently, like, when you're swinging past cars or hitting into certain buildings and just swinging around, certain parts of the controller will be vibrating and others won't be. So obviously we got this trailer the other day of the TV spot, so we'll just leave this here playing for now. But yeah, I mean, the controller seems absolutely out of this world, and obviously the things they're doing with it within the industry seem very new to the PlayStation games in particular, whereas over on the Xbox we had an image of the insides of the controller the other day, and it's using the same rumble motors we've had a controller since the 90s. So I don't know how they're going to advertise that, but obviously Sony have got a great advert here trying to portray the new motion features and the adaptive triggers within the new controller, and they can really show this off in a new video like this here, but Xbox can't show you anything because it's the same old controller we've had for donkey's years. Oh good. But this is awesome, look. But yeah, I mean, my friend says the Dualsense is you have to feel it, funnily enough, to believe how it is, because you could be going through mud, or walking through grass, or swinging through the air as Spider-Man, and it just is this world good. Now, one thing he did mention was that the battery life in the controller is 10 times better than what you would be expecting. Well, not 10 times better, but not 10 times longer, obviously, but like you're going to be getting like 4 or 5 hours more out of it than your normal DualShock 4. And this is due to the the light bar being smaller, but the haptic feedback motors also take less power than the old style rumble motors, so they're saving power there as well, apparently. So yeah, I mean, we did talk quite a fair bit about the controller and how it actually feels to use it, but I get a sense from him that like he was blown away with how things are with the controller, but trying to explain it all to me, like I could get a sense of how it was because I've not got it in my hands. So yeah, I mean, he was like really impressed with how it all is and the adaptive triggers and such. Obviously he works at Naughty Dog, and they've actually been working on the multiplayer parts for The Last of Us online, and the adaptive triggers are going to be used online. So if you're playing an online game and your bow or whatever gets jammed, somebody's going to probably have an advantage because you've got a shoddy weapon. And I thought that was pretty cool. I did think that was pretty cool. He was saying how there's going to be more tactics in online gaming now in general, because the controller has so many more features that can be used to affect people's gameplay in game online, that it absolutely, sounds unbelievable, really. I mean, I'm not a big online gamer myself, but I'm impressed. So one of the other things we touched on, which is why I'm rolling some Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales here, is because he also mentioned about the ray tracing techniques from within the PlayStation 5, and I mentioned to him that's quite a fair bit of people online trying to obviously spread this narrative that the PS5 can't do 4K and it can't do ray tracing and it's struggling with Resident Evil 8 and all these bits and pieces. But from what I'm hearing from him and his friends at Insomniac, like, Spider-Man ray tracing is like industry groundbreaking. Like, it's ray tracing on another level type of ray tracing. So, I mean, that debunks so many things people have been trying to spread around at the moment. And just that image there, I mean, this looks out of this world to me just from this trailer, but apparently from what he's felt and seen and talked with people over in Insomniac, the actual game, when you're playing it with the new controller and the features in the controller and all these extra immersions from the graphical fidelity of the game, absolutely blows you away, apparently. Now, obviously he's also, as I said, the chap I know knows a few people over at Insomniac and that are working on Rift Apart as well, and again, that's another game which is really showing off the tech that's within the PS5. And he briefly mentioned about the speed of the SSD with Rift Apart, but we didn't really go much into that. We was more talking around the controller and the different ways in which the controller works, and then some of the ray tracing techniques. However, we did talk about Rift Apart because I'm really impressed with this game. Really looking forward to it. But yeah, I mean, from what I'm hearing, like, everybody's like, oh, it's just a bit of a gimmick with these adaptive triggers and the haptic feedback, but it actually causes such more in-depth immersion in the games that people are not quite really understanding it until they get it in their hands, which kind of made me more excited to bloody try it myself, but obviously I can't. It's nice to have these contacts within the industry to talk to that I met years ago. So yeah, it is very cool. I had a nice conversation with him, and it was nice to reach out to him and see how he was as well, really. Because when he left the UK and went over there, it was like, oh, well, but it kind of shocked me that he managed to get over there, really. But yeah, I mean, very impressed with the controller so far, he is, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. I was hoping he might be able to get me some video footage of using it or something, so he's going to get back to me on that in a couple of days' time, hopefully. But he might not be able to because of obvious reasons, I suppose. But he's no Jeff Keighley. He's just he's a software engineer over at Naughty Dog. So I mean, it's good to have that contact there, but he's not going to put his job at risk just to try and help me out slightly, is he? So, well, anyway, we've got some more trailers here that I've got on loop just because I wanted some video footage. But yeah, I'm really happy to have had somebody be able to contact me and talk to me and talk about what's going on in a development studio with a PS5 and how they're finding it and how that controller feels, because obviously to me that trailer that they dropped the other day it looks cool and everything, but it's not really giving me a sense of how that controller feels to play with. And obviously the Xbox Series S and X controller is just an Xbox One controller with a share button, so they're not doing anything new whatsoever, let's face it. It's just going to feel like, yeah, it's done for donkey's years. but the new controller from PlayStation is really trying to push the field and push the industry with new ways of immersion in games. So yeah, it was very cool. I really enjoyed that. But I mean, if you guys out there are interested in me trying to find out any other information about the PlayStation gaming division, I can see if I can find anybody he knows that might be willing to talk to me as well. Because obviously I know this guy, I've known him for a long time, since university, and it was nice of him to give me some first-hand experience directly to me. So I just wanted to share that out with the community, what I've been told, as from him, because yeah, I was mildly impressed, let's just say that. So again, the Sackboy game apparently really takes advantage of the haptic feedback in the game as well. So that'd be quite cool. And everybody loves Sackboy, so at least Little Big Planet was always a good game, and I really enjoyed that myself. So anyway, that's going to do it for the video today. If you're new around here, please like and subscribe. And yeah, like I said, if you've got any questions or anything that I might be able to get answered from people, please just drop them down in the comments below. But I really am looking forward to getting my hands on a PS5. Obviously this game, Horizon Forbidden West, looks absolutely out of this world. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video today. Like I say, I am going to be doing a giveaway soon on the channel. When I hit 10,000 subscribers, I shall be doing a giveaway. So if you just share around the channel and get my videos more views and everything, that'd be really good. So yeah, 10,000 subscribers and I'll be doing a giveaway. And if you've got any thoughts or comments that you want to say, pop them down in the comments below. And I mean, if there's something you kind of want some information on, maybe I can get some questions together and drop them over to my friend's way to see if I can get some extra feedback for the community. So yeah, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and goodbye.